IWV, this is Ridgecrest Talk, and tonight we have with us Melanie Litton, who is involved with the High Desert Music Teachers Association. Hello, Melanie.
Hi.
Thank you so much for being here.
Good to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Absolutely, absolutely. So now what we need to get out to IWV, if you're not aware of this, is that we have a Music Teachers Association.
We do.
All right. So could you give us a little bit of a background of this group?
In 1963, so a little over 40 years ago, Phyllis Ridgecrest gathered together all the music teachers in the area that she knew and started up this group so that they could be a support and encouragement for each other. And it can be a difficult job, very rewarding, but at times difficult, like any job. And so she started that group and provided opportunities for learning and enrichment and performance for both teachers and students.
Okay, so how did, so she got together with some of the music teachers and they just said, hey, we're going to build a group,
yep.
Right?
Basically.
And so this has been going on for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how does a music teacher get involved in this?
We have a website, htmta.org, and you can contact us through that site and we can get back with you. It's a pretty simple process. You send in an application with dues and we welcome you and you come to meetings and we go from there.
Now, talking about dues, what are the dues?
The dues are $25 a year, and that covers any workshops we do, all our meetings, participation in any of our recitals. We do have to pay for piano tunings and buildings and those types of things. We also have regular costs for printing newsletters and so on and so forth. So that's what the dues go to. Pretty reasonable. I think it's...
Right, so does that cover all the teachers' pianos and stuff, or is that just for recitals?
Just for performance. It'll be the Methodist Church piano, the Presbyterian Church piano. We also have a piano that the HDMTA purchased for occasions that we have two piano performances, duets and things. So we maintain that one as well.
Okay. So talking about these events, how do you guys all get together and how do those work?
We have regular meetings. We have board meetings monthly and then we have general meetings. This year we had to scale back a little bit. Everybody's busy, so we're only meeting every other month. But we coordinate there through the meetings and also through email. And there is a chairman or chairperson and a group that's in charge of each recital or event. And they do the workings of the venue where it's going to be held. They gather information from the teachers as to which students are performing and what they're playing. They'll draw up a program. Excuse me. And so we will give our information to that chairperson and go from there. Does that answer that question?
Yes, it does, absolutely. So what is your involvement in this?
I am a piano teacher. That's how I found out about HDMTA, is actually through Denny Hillis from Lion Song. He let me know about them.
Now that's a piano company, right, in town?
Yes, yes. He's
okay.
The piano tuner in town. He also sells pianos and fixes them, repairs them. So we rely on him quite a bit. And I'm also the president of the organization at this time, so a little bit of responsibility there, trying to keep it running smooth and yeah.
So, all right, well that's fantastic. So what brought your interest into becoming a piano teacher?
My sister, actually. I've played piano since I was a kid, took lessons for a number of years, and then largely self-taught. And when...
Wait, you said self-taught?
So,
you taught yourself?
After I stopped taking lessons, I just taught myself through various methods and just learning, asking this person this and asking this person this and gathering little bits and pieces. At one point, it became necessary for me to get a job, and
don't you hate
I
that?
couldn't find one. I wasn't willing to work when my kids were home, so I was looking for a job during the day, and that's really hard to find here in Ridgecrest when you don't have to work afternoons, evenings, or weekends. And talking to my sister about this and the struggle, she said, you should teach piano. And it took her a little while to convince me because I didn't feel qualified. But she talked me into it, and I found out, why, yes, I am qualified, and I love it. I absolutely love it.
So what
can
is
imagine
the
doing
journey into becoming a piano teacher? I mean, because you're saying qualifications, what is it that you have, what are the stepping stones?
A lot of the teachers in the HDMTA have music degrees, or they've gone to school for music, and they're incredibly knowledgeable. For me, it's personal experience and theory. You get a method book, which has theory, your lesson, your technique, performance, and you work from those books, and you, like I said, you pull bits and pieces. That's one of the great things about the HDMTA. I learned about group lessons from Melanie McDonald, which is one of the best things I could have ever done. Mary Lee Thomas taught us about how important theory is and gave us some ideas on how to incorporate that in lessons. And everybody has their own style, their own way of doing things, and when you pull from all these different resources, it gives you a greater, I don't know what the word is, you're just more well-rounded, and you can work with different students in different ways, because we all learn differently.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And one might be, you might be able to teach a group more than others, like we were talking about aside of the show, that some might be more qualified to teach children, as some might be more for the more advanced.
Correct. Correct. Not all teachers will do a group lesson. Some are specifically private lesson only.
Oh, okay. Group lesson.
And there are some teachers who prefer the young kids, and there are some who, you know, you have to be a certain age and up. And each teacher will tell you what their requirements are when you contact them. So,
right.
Talking about the journey into teaching piano, when I decided to start, I basically drew up a business card and started telling my friends. I got 3 students, and from there it snowballed, and it was word of mouth.
Well, hold that thought. We're going to be right back. We're going to be right back after this. We've got more to talk about with the High Desert Music Teachers Association. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Ridgecrest Talk. I'm ClairAnn Herbert, and tonight we have Melanie Litton with the High Desert Music Teachers Association. And we were just discussing her journey as becoming a teacher. And with that, I would like to know a little bit more, you as a teacher, what it is that you do for the students.
I tell my students and their parents up front that I am not going to turn them into the next Mozart. I am not going to send them on a journey to be a professional musician. My goal is to teach them a love of music, how to read music, how to explore and create their own music. I teach them theory so that they can play anything they want to play. I introduce them to every genre, jazz, pop, classical, rock, you name it. If you can play it on the piano,
wow.
I introduce it to them.
That sounds like fun. So do you get to a point where maybe they hit kind of a ceiling or a level that you're like, okay, is there a next step that they might go?
For me, yes, definitely. Because I'm just relying on personal experience and the things that I'm learning continually, I feel like I have a limit. And when a student reaches that limit and I don't feel like I can teach them anymore, I reach out to other teachers in the HDMTA and see if they have slots where they can take them to the next level. In fact, I recently did that with a student. She's moved on to Lee Allen Nolan and is really happy and progressing really well with. his teaching.
Oh, that's good. That's good that you guys have that ability to do that.
Yeah.
Now, talking about teachers, do you have a list, or could you give us a little bit of information on the teachers and perhaps what they teach? What instruments do you guys have?
I can. Right now, we only have 25 teachers. We could really use some more. There's definitely a demand for more teachers.
Now, real quick, before we get into that, you said you need more. Is there contact information and any specific instruments that you're looking for as far as teaching?
Anything. What we have now, we have 12 piano teachers. We have 5 voice teachers, 1 clarinet teacher, 1 flute teacher, 3 guitar, 6 violin, 2 viola, and 3 cello teachers. Now, some teachers teach more than 1 instrument, so that's why that doesn't add up to 25.
Right. Makes sense.
But, so, we can always use anyone. We have 12 piano teachers, that's the most, but I know most of us have a waiting list because there's that much demand in this town for a teacher.
Wow.
So, I'm not really sure on our string teachers if they have openings or what their availabilities are, if they have waiting lists. That's another thing, you'd have to contact them. And we don't have our contact information on the website. A lot of our members are particular about that information going out. But if you leave your information on the website, we'll contact you and get you in touch with the teachers here.
Okay, so is that through the website? Is that somebody that you would contact that person and they would give you the information, or kind of tell you who is best suited for what you're looking for? Is that what you're
Right,
saying, for
or
somebody learning music?
give you the names of those who have availabilities. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now, do you have a list of the names, or is that's on the website for the teachers?
That's a good question. I haven't been on there recently, and I don't remember if we have all the teachers on there.
Okay. Well, what is
I
the
think
content,
we do.
or what is the name of the website, and then the community can check it out.
HDMTA.org.
Okay.
.org.
All right.
And
Now,
it'll go through Estella Schaefer. She's our webmaster, and she gets that information to us when someone makes a contact.
all right. All right. So that's good. And now you were talking about some other people that are affiliated with HDMTA.
High Desert Music Teachers. Right.
All right. So who are some of the people that are affiliated, or groups?
As far as supporters or people that we interact with musically?
We can start with supporters.
Okay. We rely heavily on the Presbyterian Church for our recitals and performances. Also the Methodist Church. They've opened up to us, and we are really grateful for that. As I said, Denny Hillis with Line Song, he keeps all our pianos sounding good. And I'd really like to mention and give thanks to the Morley family. Carl Morley was a member of our group for many, many years, and he passed away not too long ago. And his children have been a big support, both financially and in other ways. His son Mark has recently agreed to be our vice president in our group, which was a vacancy we need to fill. So
Keeping on the legacy.
that's right. Very pleased to have him and their family support. I'm grateful for them.
All right.
So
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear the loss, but that is nice.
It was a big loss. Yeah.
Very nice support of the family. So with the supporters, and then you were talking about some other musical groups, right?
We try and support as much as possible the RCMS, which is the Ridgecrest Chamber Music Society, and they bring in performers from various places, some from up north, some from down south, and they come here and perform, and we try and promote them and support them by going to their events, taking children to their events. Every once in a while,
Does it become more like an educational thing for the music?
Yeah, a lot of times the performers will do a daytime performance. They'll have an evening concert. They'll do a free daytime performance for students, and that's really a big plus. You would not believe how many children don't know what music is. They don't know what an instrument is. And that whole wonderful world of music is closed to them until they're taken to something like that, and then their eyes are opened, and a lot of them go from there. I want to do that. They're inspired. So that's a really neat
Now, how do you advertise for that?
Flyers in our studios and at schools, contacting the teachers, the Music Boosters Associations, and letting them know about that. That's our main venues there.
That sounds great, and for the community and for musical education. And
Right. We also have a member that's part of the RMES, the Ridgecrest Musical Enrichment Society, and we try and support them. They're, of course, the ones that did the amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat just recently. And
you know what, real quick, I'm sorry.
Yep.
We're going to go to a commercial break.
Okay.
Hold that thought. We will come right back, and we're going to talk about the RMES and affiliated with the High Desert Music Teachers Association. So make sure you stay tuned. We'll be right back. Thanks. Welcome back. This is Ridgecrest Talk, and we're continuing on with Melanie Litton and the High Desert Music Teachers Association. And we just left off with, real quick, we were talking about some groups that you're affiliated with in the RMES, right? Did you want to continue on that real quick, and then we'll get with some other events that are happening?
Yeah, one of our goals is to reach out to the community and open up music possibilities to anyone and everyone. Music is such a vital part of our existence and our community, our whole being as a nation and as a world.
Absolutely, and we were talking about how a lot of it's getting cut out, so it's really important, and it's nice that you guys have all of these programs and events.
It's being cut from schools right and left, and the RMES, we're really grateful to them for giving their proceeds from their shows to the local schools and their music programs. It helps immensely. So,
yeah, thank you to them. Yes, absolutely. And then you had a couple other events I know that you were showing.
We do. There's several things going on. One of our members, Lee Allen Nolan, is doing the Spooky Classics concert on October 24th, and that promises to be wonderful. On October 18th.
Now, where is that going to be at?
That is at the Ridgecrest Presbyterian Church on Las Flores, and it'll be at 7 p.m. And the tickets are at the door. Suggested donation of $10 for that one.
Okay.
Amber Ferris-Peterson is doing a vocal recital at the United Methodist Church on October 18th, and she has guest singers Celeste Sanders, Kevin Anderson, Corinza Schlanta, Rebecca Rumpf, and Kim Washburn, and Melanie McDonald will be accompanying on the piano. That also promises to be a great event. As far as the HDMTA, we have recitals coming up on November 1st for the elementary students, K through 5, and we also do a mezzo recital, which is our later beginners, our 6th grade and up, who are starting later. That's for them.
And now these are students of all the teachers?
Of the HDMTA teachers, right? And anybody's welcome to come watch them perform. It is a great opportunity for them to perform in public, and
so this is a community event, and how do you get that out?
You know, it's really something we've just focused on with the students and their families, their friends. The students invite whoever they want to come see them play. Yeah, and so it just kind of filters out, and that's their general audience. But it's a great opportunity for them, for the students, to receive that recognition that they're working hard and they're making progress and doing great things.
Absolutely.
So it's a wonderful opportunity for them. We also have, in January, is the Matarengo Museum concert, and that's actually the teachers in the HDMTA who choose to perform, so it's a great way to come see what teachers are available and what we
kind of like a job fair, but music fair. There you go. Music teacher fair.
There you go, exactly. But that's always a great concert. And it's the last weekend in January, the last Friday and Saturday at the museum, and you can get tickets there.
Okay.
So that's a great event. And like I said, you can contact us through the website, and we can get you in touch with a teacher if you're looking for one, or if you want to know what the events are. All of our events are listed on the website. You can come to any of them. And
right, like
yeah.
I was telling you, I found out because I ran into my old piano teacher, Celeste, and she told me. I had no idea. So it's really neat that you guys all get together and you're able to get that out to the community, that you are association and that everybody works together to get the music.
That's right.
The music out there.
That's right, exactly.
Yeah. And now you were talking too, you were showing me that list I'm very curious about.
Oh, yes.
Like you said, there's nothing going on in Ridgecrest.
Nothing
right?
happens in Ridgecrest. It's so boring.
Nothing at all. We've got a list right here of all these events going on.
All these musical events between now and February. And it does carry on past February, but we try and keep it to one page at a time. We have the Karkowska Sisters Duo. In October, I'm not sure how to say this one, the Niev Piano Trio, the Spooky Classics that we mentioned. October 10th is the Ridgecrest Trio, which is Lee Allen Nolan, Christine Snipes, and Ian Rawson. In November, the recitals I told you about, the Felici Piano Trio, the Community Band Concert. Our Deb Veit, our flute teacher, is a member of that, and she actually directs the college band. Yeah, these are all on the web, so if you want more information, they're there. So come support music and enjoy a nice date and
great entertainment as well, right?
Most of them are really inexpensive, $5, $10. Some are a little more. I think they're worth every dollar, and I wouldn't say that about anything.
Right, well.
So they're very much worth it. And a lot of them have student tickets for just $5. If the regular ticket is $10, I'll have a student admission for $5. Try and cut them a break.
Okay. You got a senior discount? No?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay. Well, so we've got just a couple more minutes left, and I know that there was a couple of things that you wanted to talk about, maybe quick goals, and wrap it up with your quote that you wanted to.
Right.
So.
Well, our purpose in HCMTA is to further musical education in the community and provide developmental opportunities and performance opportunities for both the teachers and their students. We are a very small group. We would like to grow. So if you're a music teacher out there and you want to be a part, please come. We'd love to have you. If you're looking for a teacher, please contact us. We can hook you up with somebody. There is a Japanese proverb that says, better than 1,000 days of diligent study is one day with a great teacher. And it's so true with music. There's all kinds of self-study out there, and it just doesn't compare with having someone there to encourage you and say, let's try it this way, this might be better for you.
Right.
And
it's part of the musical village, being raised by the musical village, right?
Yeah. And you know, the first teacher you try may not be a perfect match. I had an instance with a student, delightful young lady.
Right.
She wasn't progressing. We weren't connecting. She tried another teacher and took off. So.
Right. Well, you know, that's great. Thank you so much for being here, and that makes that's perfect, and I'm glad that you got that out there. That definitely try different ones if you have to.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And IWV, make sure you stay tuned for we've got the forums tomorrow night, and also the news 5:30 to 6, and Ridgecrest Talk from 6 to 6:30. So have a wonderful evening and good night.